Have you ever tried to walk into a bar, go straight to a person you're attracted to and ask her or him to have sex with you? I recommend you not to try it, as you will get 100% smashed in your face. It's the same as selling your products and services. How many times do you see people on LinkedIn trying to connect, send you a message selling their services? It doesn't work like this. And I get annoyed with this. And yes, those people and companies are getting on a blacklist. I always feel when they do so, they don't respect my time, my money. It's all about them. When you're dating a person and the person only thinks about themselves and talk in the I form, I'm almost sure you don't want to continue for a long time. On the other hand, I do understand we are all in business of selling something. Everybody. You may be not a full-time salesperson selling products or services, but you may be a manager selling your team members on the need for a change in procedures. Or you may be a parent dealing with your kids to invest more time in studying and less on computer screens. Or you try to convince a person in the bar to go out with you without getting smashed in the face. Everyone is a salesperson nonetheless. In the startup and the business world, and certainly startups, next to the direct sellers, you have many who forget about the selling part. I saw many times entrepreneurs telling me they don't care about the sales, they only want growth and they only need investment. But even then, no need for selling is not 100% true. The entrepreneurs need to sell their idea, their project to future investors. And I'm talking about the idea and project and not about business, because for me, a business is when you make money, when you have a turnover. In any case, they are salespersons nonetheless. No matter what industry your company does business in, sales are at the core of success. Sales are obviously the main focus of the designated sales team if you have one, but not only the sales team. Real sales opportunities often present themselves to people in all positions. The differentiator is whether people recognize those opportunities and feel empowered to act on them. Dating is about making a connection, so is selling, and in both cases, you then build on them. Let me start with a personal story. The story is about one of my first startups many years ago. And when I started it, I missed the sales part myself. I knew we had a great product, the startup solved an issue people had, and we were powerful in the technical part. Come on, you're not stupid, you understand what the product is about. Subscribe today, show me your money. The startup sold subscriptions, we made some money. Until one day. One day, a competitor launched and was sold after 1 week to AOL for $35 million. You probably heard about them. That company was About.me. That was also the end of one of my first startups. I must say, I was not happy. But fair is fair. The About.me team just signed up a lot more subscriptions. They did a much better job in selling their service. And after I closed down our project, I started to use their service. But that moment also made me decide to learn more about selling a service instead of being the best in the technical part. I'm not afraid of talking, but reaching out felt uncomfortable. Do you have that feeling? No worries, most of us have it. If you have ever tried to initiate a connection, sales, or dating proactively, cold calling and emails, or on the phone, you have certainly felt that feeling in your stomach, the feeling you are to start something with a high potential of failure, or at least some kind of uncertainty. The following steps, which I learned, will sound familiar. The problem is we always want to jump steps, we want to go fast. And that's the main reason sales fails, including dating. So let's go back to the beginning of this podcast. Of course, you didn't expect the person to say yes to your question to have sex with you. Of course, you were thinking, how stupid. At least offer the person a drink or a dinner. Talk to her or him. You see, we all know this. But why on LinkedIn people forget that step? Once we know our audience, we have to reach out. We have to start the conversation. In my current startup, Masha.ai, we have a whole list of leads, thousands of people owning a local business. If we don't reach out ourselves, they will never know about us. So the obvious first step is to reach out. You will never date a person if you don't initiate a conversation. You will never sell your product neither. But reaching out alone is not enough. You need to create a connection. What does the other person want? Do they see the issue you offer? What does the other person want? Do they see the issue you offer a solution for? Or with dating, is he or she single? If a prospect doesn't have a need, a budget, or the authority to decide, you're wasting your time trying to sell. In dating, if some level of early rapport isn't reached on both sides, someone will run, hold back, or smash your face. One of the tricks is to try to understand what your prospects are interested in before you suggest what you might sell them. Of course, in dating, the process is less precise, but the concept is the same. Ask questions and listen. Listen more than you talk. Next time you're in a group, you will notice a person who asks thousands of questions. Well, that person is preparing for the next step. To be successful, an offer should only be made when there is enough substance in the relationship to support it. Now, we found the right person, we understood what the needs are, and we created the trust. It's time to close the deal. Your boss will not wait forever, neither will your investors, and certainly not the other person while dating. One moment we must enter into action. Yes, you can still get some resistance and setbacks can happen, but often when you set it up right, the deal can pretty much close itself. So let's go back to the 5 steps. 1. Find the right person to date or sell. 3. Be patient to reach the mutual qualification. 4. Propose. And finally 5. Close. To go deeper into the 5 steps, master the rules and enjoy more success. As an entrepreneur, you should read the book The Salesman's Guide to Dating from the author David Massover. Blending together the ideas about dating in the context of selling is the idea behind the book. A short fun book I recommend to read to refresh the proper rules of selling. Myself, I have read the book in 2 days and it refreshed my selling knowledge and using the techniques in my business and dating. I added a link in the description, or the book is also available on my website frederick.today. One person can win this book. You only have to leave a cool anecdote of a missed sale, missed date, or a funny incident that led to a big success. I announced the winner on December the 7th, 2020, and you can choose on Kindle. I think the hard copy is available also, so you choose. So don't forget to subscribe. Don't mess up your company by missing the sales. Don't mess up the perfect date because you smashed in the face. I'm excited to read your comments soon.